Okay, we'll go ahead and call our meeting back to order. Ms. Vashani, will you read us out of closed, please?
Yes, I move that the Roanoke County School Board come out of closed session for the following: to discuss the investigation of a student matter pursuant to the Scholastic Record Exemption at 2.2-3711A2 of the Code of Virginia. I also move to certify to the best of each member's knowledge only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements under this chapter, and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed meeting was convened were heard, discussed, or considered in the meeting by the school board.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Vachani.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes, ma'am. Item 2.03, action from closed session.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the religious exemptions for students year 2023-2024, numbers 27, 28, and 29.
I'll second.
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden.
Yes, ma'am.
Clemens.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Vachani.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes, ma'am. Well, welcome, everybody. If I can have you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right. Item 4, announcement of changes in the agenda. I believe we have any. 4.02, approval of agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
I'll second.
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Vachani.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes, ma'am. Item 5.01, recognition of VHSL 3A State Boys Basketball Champions, Northside High School, Ms. Jill Green and Coach Billy Pope.
I believe he might.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Nicely. It certainly is glad to be back for our back-to-back state champions, so thank you for having us. In typical Coach Pope fashion, he has put together 15 very talented individual young men to function at the highest level as one unit, as a team. And I shared this at our pep rally when we came back the Sunday after we won the championship. It is more and more difficult to find 15 individuals that are committed to staying in a program and seeing it through, and they have the faith in you, Coach Pope, so we appreciate that. I will let you speak to those accomplishments, but I want to thank the boys. The success of our basketball program over the last few years is a direct correlation with the rejuvenation of pride and involvement for the North County community into the Northside High School. The attendance at our postseason play was evidence of this. I want to thank you for bringing the community back together. At this time, I would like to turn things over to Coach Pope.
Thank you for having us here tonight, and it's a very special group of young men, and this year they were able to win a district, a regional, and a state championship, and go back-to-back with the state championships. So it's just a real delight to be here, and if I could just take a minute here to thank a few people before I introduce these guys. My wife Patty is in the background. And I'm very fortunate to have people that I work for that make my job easier and make it more enjoyable. And it starts right here with our principal, Jill Green. She's just so fantastic to us, to me, to our team, to our school. Such a positive attitude about everything, so just can't help but be excited to work for her each and every day. And in the background there is our AD, Tyler Deacon, who just, as a great AD, you kind of, the weird thing about being an AD, when you do a great job, you kind of go unnoticed, and so he can easily go unnoticed. He's kind of quiet anyways, but he does just a fantastic job for all our sports, including boys basketball. So thank you, both of you. And of course, I couldn't go without saying our announcer right over here, Mr. Linden there, is the voice of the Vikings at our home games. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to announce you guys and start with a couple guys that managed for us there. And I don't think I see Miles here. Not in the back. Okay. Miles Linden is one of our managers, but Landon Codwell, manager for us. Can you come up? It's one of the requirements, Landon. You have to walk up here. But
Don't forget his speech.
yeah, I got it. But thank you. I'll leave it. Yeah, I might need it. That is a tough spot in that first introduction there, Landon. So next is an eighth grader for us who just was a practice player for us, but a really good one for us. Played JVs for us. That's Braden Ragland. But he'll be eligible to go next year for us.
You guys are looking up to him.
Next is a freshman, Rylan Stump, number 40. Next is a sophomore, number 44, Cam Tucker. Next is number 14, Josiah Keene, Jr. Next is a junior, number 22, Christian Ward.
It's all good.
You already announced it.
I just want y'all to stand up.
Next is a junior, number 24, Javin Gibson. Next is a junior, number 50, Kavon Brown. Next is a senior, number 11, Jamarie Lavender. Next is a senior, number 34, Jalee Green. Doing all right, bud? Yeah. Next is a senior, number 42, Caden Ragland. Next is a senior, number 10, DJ Vi, who was second team all-district for us. Next is a junior, number 12, Cy Hardy, who was player of the year in the state of Virginia and the Times Land. Next is a senior, number 21, Nick Crawford, who was second team all-district and drew a record 89 charges for our program. Next is a junior, number 23, Michael Harvey. He was first team all-state. Am I missing anybody that showed up? Okay. Missing a couple guys there, but anyways, let me introduce the coaches for you. Jim Wolf. Josh Malave. Tyler Cadd. And Jake Paysor. I believe that is everyone here. If you'd like to get a picture here, that'd be fantastic. We'd love that.
All righty.
Okay.
Gentlemen, you come down this way, and this is going this way. Down. Fill all out. Yep. Bob's down for a splash.
Y'all gonna have to stand in front.
Normally I say taller to the back, but taller is a whole different meaning here. So for most of these, it's really taller to the back.
Dave and Brent, you're gonna have to go to the front. I finally get to give y'all a hard time.
Alright. Moms and dads, go first. Hold those certificates out so we can see them. There we go. Keep holding a minute. Alright, don't go anywhere. This is a big group. I gotta go all the way back here. Alright, here we go.
Mr. Linden, you want to start with some comments?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, thank you. We'll let them find their seats, I guess, real quick.
Here.
Yes, they are.
Is this the tough part of this?
No. No, I don't, I hope not. Anyway.
We're gonna split the roster up amongst the other high schools this year.
Oh. Do you guys have that kind of power?
Probably not, but it sounds good.
I'd like to just say how enjoyable it was to have a front row seat to watch you guys all season long. And as Miss Green said, every one of you guys bought in throughout the season. I know you didn't like being on the bench. When you'd come off the floor, there was no moping, there was no pouting. It was cheering on your teammates. And that's what it took to win. You guys played hard all season long, and you bought into the program. That speaks to the great coaching that you're getting, not only at the varsity level, but I think at the JV level. You guys have some outstanding coaches, and just very proud of the way you represented Northside all year long, and that showed. We got an email from the bus driver, I think it was, on your way back. Jill, I don't remember which game that was, but the last game. Yeah, just very complimentary of the way you guys behaved, and it showed in the community all year long. So I love the way when the starters near the end of the game, they're down on the end of the bench, and Caden Ragland's in there getting a rebound and an and one, and the starters are up there just cheering like you just won the state championship. So little things like that you guys will remember for the rest of your lives, and to win back-to-back state championships is rare. To win 3 in a row, maybe even more rare, but we'll go ahead and set that goal for Coach Pope right now.
Why not? Why not?
A three-peat would be something that we would all enjoy.
try.
So, Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, First Team All-State, just a tremendous job all around, and just wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And they, it is a team sport in the end, and you have to. There's only one ball, and you have to share it. So they did a fantastic job.
You really
I
did.
think that was just one of the things is I still get so much enjoyment of just rewatching a game where just watching that very aspect of that extra pass and just some beautiful basketball they played.
Mr. Chairman. Yeah, so, Mr. Pope, I'll leave you out this time because you know what I think of you, and you're already on the hot seat apparently. So, so we'll.
All right.
You know, with every good team, there is a team behind the team, and Miss Green is amazing. Mr. Deacon and all of your assistants. Mr. Wolf, I think, has been there a long time. And
Long time.
Long time. Yeah, he may have
We'll
started.
just go with long time.
He may have started the program. Yeah, I would go. So, but you know, so I know that there's a team behind the team, and I think each one of you deserve some credit too. But I last want to say about this team, because I had front row sometimes with my son coaching at Byrd, to see what a class act y'all were. Not just that you were good players, but you were good people. And for me, that's, even if it can be better than a state championship or back-to-back, that's amazing. And I think y'all were just so well represented and did a wonderful job all season. So congratulations, and good luck next year. And honestly, except for 2 games, I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
But y'all were great, really good.
Thank you so much.
Anyone else? Coach, what I'm most impressed with is just how respectful and hardworking these young men are, and the qualities that you've instilled in them, and the things that you're teaching them are going to last a lifetime. And I'm very proud of you and very proud of the team, and thank you for everything that you do for us.
Well, thank you so much for that. You know, they have, when they, those kind of values and stuff, they start with that from home. And so their parents have done wonderful jobs with them. And, we just try to build on that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
He does. He's such a good guy.
Item 5.02, recognition of VHSL 2A Glenver High School Wrestling State Champions, Dr. Corey Franklin and Mr. Jason Murray.
Good evening. It is really hard to follow such a class act as Bill Pope. I worked with him at Northside. What an amazing individual, what an amazing teacher and an amazing coach. But tonight we are recognizing our state championship wrestler who is with us tonight. We have a new coach with us this year, Coach Tim Miles, who took over the program, brought him to 5th in the state this year in his first time at Glenver, along with Coach Ortega, and I'm going to turn it over to them.
Thanks for having us here today. It's my first opportunity to be here. I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Murray and Dr. Franklin for most of all being helpful throughout the year. It's always in the middle of the season finding helpful people. It's rough. Those guys answered every call, email, and with a response fast, which is very helpful. I want to talk about Ethan Flowers for a few moments. He's a kid that's been wrestling for a while. I've known him for a while, my first year being his head coach. He is a delight to have. He is a 2-time state wrestling champion, and he's going on to continue his career at VMI University. And it speaks to Ethan. He's very well-rounded. Not many high school athletes keep the grades he has, and also a job, and keeps wrestling going and extra workouts. His results speak for themselves because of his work ethic. So I'd like to honor him now. Ethan, if you'd come up, please. I'd also like to thank Coach Ortega. Coach Ortega was with Glenver for 5 years now. 5 years now. And really, before I took the job, I was hearing about Coach Ortega and every way that he's helpful. So I wanted to thank him as well. Thanks, Coach.
What was his weight class? Did you say his weight class?
175.
Stats? Hold tight real quick.
All right, I'm going to help out tonight because Brent's has another school that's being honored. 5.03, recognition of VSHL 2A Glenbard High School Boys Swimming State Champions, Dr. Corey Franklin and Mr. Jason Murray.
I'm back. Glimmer had a good winner. What can I say? Okay, I'm going to introduce Coach Shannon Hall and Coach Daniel Smith. You guys may recognize Coach Hall. This is his third time in front of you, but the first for the boys team. So take it away.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Franklin, Mr. Hudson, members of the board, Dr. Nicely. We're pleased to be here again. This is actually the sixth time we've been here. Third time as team state champions, and we've also managed to win 23 individual and relay titles in the past 6 years. So we've brought a good number of kids in front of you for the past few years, and we're totally honored and privileged to be here again. We've got eight of our 9 boys who won the state title are with us tonight. One couldn't be here due to another obligation. I want you guys to know that these guys started out at the beginning of the season and never stopped and never quit. They kept practicing, working hard. And by the time the region tournament rolled around, they weren't contested. It was easy. I mean, they won no problem. A week later, state championship rolled around, much to our surprise. They won again easily. So these guys were the most prepared and the most conditioned team in Class 2A in the state of Virginia. So the congratulations is all theirs. Coach Daniel and I put them in a position to win, but they actually go swim and do the winning themselves. So I will be glad to introduce them to you right now. I'm going to go in alphabetical order. And we have sophomore Landon Cairns. Landon was a first-team All-State swimmer and a second-team All-Timesland swimmer. Next, we have freshman Cooper Ermel. Next, we have senior captain Tucker Anderson. Next, we have junior Alec McElwain. Next is senior Ashton Meadows. Ashton was also a first-team All-State swimmer and an honorable mention All-Timesland swimmer. Next is junior Tyler Smith. And we have sophomore Avery Thompson, who couldn't be with us tonight. Avery was a first-team All-State swimmer, as well as an honorable mention All-Timesland swimmer. Next, we have junior Case Van Gerven. Case is also a first-team All-State swimmer and an honorable mention All-Timesland swimmer. And last but not least is junior Connor Wilkes. Connor is a first-team All-State swimmer. He's a first-team All-Timesland swimmer. He's a 5-time state champion this year alone. That's the most you can win. So Connor won 2 individual titles, 2 relay titles, and the team state championship. So congratulations to you guys. You're winners.
There we go. All right. On to dads. They're yours.
Item 5.04, recognition of VHSL 3A William Byrd High School Boys Track State Champions, Mr. Travis Anderson and Mr. Jason Taylor.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Nicely. It's an honor to be able to recognize a few of our Terrier athletes this evening. We're going to start with two track and field athletes, and I've got Coach Jay Pinnell here that will be, I don't know where he went, oh, there he is, that will be speaking a little bit more about them, but it's even greater that we can honor not only these athletes for what they've accomplished on the track and field, but especially them being of such high character and having such a good rapport in our community. Coach Jay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just first of all, thank you for allowing us to be here today. I appreciate it. I'm just going to bring them up now so I can talk about Deshaun Wyatt Bailey. First, I'm going to speak about Deshaun Alston. You can raise your hand so people know who you are. He has came a long way. He was about this tall when I first met him. He was running the hurdles. He was always high energy, just a great kid. This year, he put out a little notice to all the other hurdlers in the state that he was coming for him. He finally put it together the day of the state meet. And, I mean, the fastest time I've ever seen him run, the best race I've ever seen him run. Absolutely just left the field behind him. And it was just amazing to see it because, you know, from meeting him his sixth grade year and seeing his growth to his junior year has been amazing. And I'm just really proud of him. He ran last night, qualified for state, so hopefully we'll be back here in June, July to talk about him some more. My next athlete's Wyatt Bailey. He's a senior. His story actually started back when we actually officially got a track, and Miss Newcomb and Mr. Greenway asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I really want a pole vault pit. Really, really want one of those. And he was in middle school, and I guess he saw a couple of the older kids trying it out. They weren't very good, but we're not going to talk about that. But Wyatt was like, I want to do that. And I was like, all right. So after some training and some private training and lessons, you know, and coming up short his junior year, second place, he wins it in indoor this year, and he made it as dramatic as possible. But like I said, I just want to thank Mr. Greenway and Ms. Newcomb and my handsome athletic director, Jason Taylor, for making that happen because, you know, it started a long time ago, but I know we're celebrating today, but it's been a long time coming and a lot of hard work has been put in for both of them, and I'm just really proud for them.
What height did he clear? 14 feet.
All right. Coach Jay, yep. Coach Jay, let me get you going on the other side. Yeah. Here we are. All right. Woody, where you at?
Item 5.05, recognition of VHSL 3A William Byrd High School Wrestling State Champion, Mr. Darren Witcher, Mr. Travis Anderson, Mr. Jason Taylor.
So again, I'm going to let our coach, Mr. Thomas Kessler, actually introduce Darren. But again, not only a phenomenal athlete, but his character is unlike any other. Just such a positive impact on our school.
Thank you all for having us here tonight. I just want to speak a little bit about Darren. Like he just said, Darren's a great kid. Excellent kid on and off the mat. He is only a sophomore, which hopefully I get to be up here 2 more times and do the same speech over and over again. He's been a 2-time region champion. Last year was a runner-up at 106, weighing about 99 pounds soaking wet, which when you're that little, it gives up, you give up quite a bit when you're getting up that much weight. This year came in, had to cut to make weight, which is a good thing. Did that, had a successful year, went 32-2. Only 2 losses on the season were both other state champions in our area, which he avenged those losses later in the year. And I just can't say enough good things about him. Like he didn't get a state championship by mistake. He works hard every single day. Both his parents, who are Roanoke County school employees, they're great people. And with every state champion that we've had at our school, it usually starts with the parents. So I just want to thank them for doing a great job and making my job of coaching Darren really easy. So.
Here we go. 30. Hold tight.
I was wondering if you heard that. You get him later.
All right. That's
Item 5.06, Resolution of Appreciation for Teacher Appreciation Week, May 6th through May 10th, 2024.
handy nice.
Whereas teachers mold our students into future citizens through guidance and education, and whereas teachers educate students from widely differing backgrounds, beliefs, and environments, and whereas the future of our nation depends greatly upon providing quality education to all students, and whereas teachers spend countless hours preparing our students to be opportunity ready through engaging in purposeful lessons, evaluating progress, counseling, and coaching students, and whereas our community recognizes and supports teachers in providing high-quality education to the children of our community. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Roanoke County School Board proclaims May 6 through 10, 2024 as Teacher Appreciation Week and strongly encourages all members of our community to join in expressing appreciation to our teachers for the dedication and devotion to the instruction of our students. We definitely owe a great gratitude to our teachers and staff, so looking forward to the great things we're going to provide them over the next few weeks. Item 5.07. Recognition of School Lunch Hero Day on May 3rd, 2024. Ms. Jamie Estrada.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, and Dr. Nicely. I'm so excited to be here tonight. We're celebrating School Lunch Hero Day on May 3rd. We have a staff of 155 individuals that provide lunch every day to our students. We do about 10,000 lunches a day. And I don't think that this is a coincidence that we're up here tonight with a bunch of very successful teams, because that's what we are. We're a very successful team that each day goes in and has the goal of feeding our students the best meal that we can. Tonight, I'm very honored to talk about all of our employees and the important work they do, from the nutrition associates, the lead nutrition associates, our managers, our field managers, and the team behind them here at Central Office. In addition, I wanted to specifically bring up the ladies here tonight. We're lucky to have the girls from William Byrd Middle School as our honorary team. Ladies, will you come up? We also have our field managers and operations manager and program manager here tonight. At home, I'm sure there's also many more associates joining us virtually. Very special to us is Mrs. Susan Holdren. Susie, come on up. Susie has been with us for 35 years, and this year she's going to be retiring. She started as a sub. Susie started as a sub with us in 1989, and she's worked at W. Cundiff and William Byrd Middle. And for anyone that's ever had lunch at William Byrd Middle, you're going to remember her smile and her positive attitude. Thank you so much, Susie,
You're
for all you do.
welcome, David. Oh, my.
Can't see it.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Can we get-
members?
Yep. Let's-
Get organized here.
Okay.
1980.
Yeah, she is.
Item 5.08, Spotlight School, Cave Spring Elementary School, Ms. Jody Poff.
Okay. Oh, we need the podium.
Oh, yes, sorry. Get ready for her.
And the stool.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Nicely, and all the staff that are here. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jody Poff. I'm the principal at Cave Spring Elementary School, and I have with me some pretty fantastic students from Cave Spring Elementary to spotlight our school tonight for you guys. I have Rachel Bishop. I have Hannah Rubio and Hannah Green. And they're going to share with you what's special about Cave Spring Elementary in case you didn't already know. Also with me is Liz Strawn, who is our SCA sponsor, as well as our Kindness Committee leader and our physical education teacher, and Mrs. Overstreet, our assistant principal. So thank you for having us and allowing us to spotlight our school tonight.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting us to spotlight our school. My name is Rachel Bishop, our SEA Vice President. We are a group of students helping create a culture of kindness throughout our school community. All the SEA officers here participated in a primary election and then wrote and presented their original speech to the voters. At this time, I will share my speech. Hello, my name is Rachel Bishop, and I'm running for Vice President. I'm so very grateful for this opportunity. A few reasons why I think I would be good for this role include: leadership is very important to me, and I will try my best to lead and improve the SEA. Kindness is very meaningful as well. I think everyone should be treated with kindness and respect others and treat them how they wish to be treated. Everybody and anybody's opinion is important, and it should be heard. It doesn't matter what your idea is, because it matters and should be considered. Compromise is key. I believe in finding a common ground and equalizing everyone's opinions. Finally, for my project idea, we could give back to the community by starting a food drive for the local SPCA to raise food and/or toys for the cats and dogs that live there. Thank you, and I hope you consider voting Rachel Bishop for your vice president. After the officers' election, we also elect grade level representatives for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. We have 43 SEA members. We also have 40 4th and 5th grade members of our kindness committee. who collaborate with our SEA to share ideas, assist students with all our events, as well as support our kindergarten and first grade students in their physical education classes. I am now going to invite our treasurer to tell you a little bit about our community service projects.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm Hannah Green. Our goal with our community service is to create hands-on projects in the hopes students will have positive experiences and lasting memories from helping others. We do not award prizes or have class competitions, but instead focus on the value of good citizenship and kindness. We are grateful to have student volunteers from Cave Spring and Hidden Valley High Schools and the Governor's School to help us before and after school. They serve as role models of good citizenship to our students. Many of the high school volunteers are former CSCS SEA students who bring along their friends as well. Our CSCS students love hearing about their high school activities. Rachel, will you share some of their activities?
I'd love to. Among our volunteers, students from Beta Club, Key Club, and Environmental Club, members of cross-country and track teams, performing arts, marching band, flag corps, staff members of the Titan Times newspaper, basketball and volleyball teams, and several of the 2024 through 2025 Titan 12 are among our regular volunteers. We can't wait to see them all at Field Day. The CSCS students learn a lot from our high school volunteers. A big thank you to all of them. You're up, Hannah.
I'm Hannah Rubiano, SEA historian. Our community service event, Elf Stock the Shelves, support local unsheltered individuals, families, and pets. This year, we teamed with the Council of Community Services, supporting a special event to help 390 unsheltered individuals in our community. All students may bring items from their donations list and personally place them on the shelves of our community store. Donations include food items such as pouches of tuna, dried fruit, and trail mix, personal care items as well as coats, gloves, and hats. Pet supplies were also donated for companion pets of the unsheltered and to support Angels of Assisi. How were the donations this year, Rachel?
This year, after we sorted and packed many boxes of donations, we filled the bed of a pickup truck and a trailer. We are fortunate to have a longtime volunteer from our community who delivers our donations every year. A big CSCS thank you to Mr. Holcomb, better known as Miss Berry's daddy and Allie Berry's poppy. He also delivered our donations for the League of Older Americans, Super Seniors. Why didn't you take this one, Hannah?
I'll be glad to, Rachel. We brought in cans of soup for our Super Bowl for seniors. Students bring their donations to the front lobby and choose a team. Every can of soup donated is a vote for your favorite Super Bowl football team. Our final score: Kansas City Chiefs 334, San Francisco 49ers 297. That's a grand total of 631 cans of soup to provide hot meals for senior citizens in our community. Our next service event is KHC. Why don't you start us out, Hannah?
KHC stands for Kids Heart Challenge. All students participate in our Kids Heart Challenge event with heart-healthy activities. Some families also raise donations for the American Heart Association. This year, our school raised $31,490 to support Healthy Hearts. We have also created a special event, Wyatt's Challenge, to support to support a local heart hero, Wyatt McGuire, a son of Cave Spring High School teacher and coach, Mr. Tommy McGuire. Wyatt's Challenge is our way to honor Wyatt and his positive spirit and energy. Students have the opportunity to complete their own heart-healthy challenges at home, like getting enough sleep, try fruits and vegetables, and get lots of heart-pumping activity. Congrats to our students who made the commitment to complete the challenge. Now Hannah will share another fun school and community event.
Let's talk about our SCA sponsored family skate parties. Our SCA rents the skate center several times throughout the year for our whole school community. It's been a great event for students of all ages to spend time together and families to connect with each other. There are many activities to try, as well as learning to skate. We look forward to our end of the year summer celebration skate party in May. And now our SCA treasurer has exciting news.
You're right, Hannah. I do have exciting news. The success of our skate parties has allowed SCA extra funds to support our school library. We are collaborating with our librarian, Mrs. Howell, to choose books from our library book wish list. We plan to donate $500 worth of books to the Cave Spring Elementary Library. We will also sponsor an end-of-year 5th grade dance and host a teacher appreciation event in May. Hannah, did you have anything to add?
Thanks, I do. We have had a great year so far. It was fun supporting the PTA Virginia Kindness Week activities. PJ Day, we dream of kindness. Tie Day, we are tied together by kindness. Hat Day, hats off to kindness. That was a fun week to spotlight kindness in our school. Also, Earth Day is coming up, which will be a great time to remind students to be kind to our earth by using classroom paper recycling boxes provided by the SCA.
Oh, and we don't want to forget about our Big Buddy, Little Buddy program. Each 5th grader has a kindergarten little buddy, and it is so much fun. We play with them at recess to help them learn to share and take turns. We got to go on a field trip with them, but boy, do they have a lot of energy. We were all exhausted. I think some 5th graders actually fell asleep on the ride home. And one of the best times is going to help during homeroom with their reading, writing, and math and other morning activities. They've really learned a lot since the first of the year, and we hope we've been a part of their successes. At Cave Spring Elementary School, our students and staff work together through kindness and communication to create a school community where everyone feels accepted and confident to try new things.
Our thanks to Ms. Strawn for giving all of us this leadership opportunity by sponsoring SCA.
We are also lucky to have our principal. We appreciate Ms. Poff allowing us to try student ideas and supporting our events. Thank you for your leadership.
In conclusion, Cave Spring Elementary students are shining stars because we support each other to be
safe, trustworthy, accountable, respectful, and speak up. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for your friends. Speak up for your school. We are shining stars. S-T-A-R-S, S-T-A-R-S, S-T-A-R-S. We are shining stars. Thank you and good night.
Wow, that's a great Great presentation. Thank you.
It was.
So do you mind, Mr. Chairman, if I
Absolutely.
give a few comments? Oh my goodness, I might cry. This brings me back memory lane. So you three did a fantastic job. I just want to give it up for you because that was a heck of a presentation. So I had 4 children who went through Cave Spring Elementary School. I know your principal very well. I also know Miss Strawn very well because they were inspirational to my children, and they showed leadership and guidance, compassion, kindness, and they were selfless throughout the entire time that I've known them serving our schools. So it warms my heart to see the legacy continuing. And Jody, I'm going to miss you dearly. And I know all of you will. And yeah, I have to say, Ms. Strawn, it doesn't surprise me that they had to end with the song. I mean, of course. It was, yes, but because you are the master. So just a couple of things that kind of jumped out to me. Incredible. You guys raised $31,000 for jump rope incredible. Absolutely incredible. I remember that program well. I remember you and I working together for the fun run and jump rope and did all that stuff. It's just $31,000. That blows my mind. The Big Buddy, Little Buddy program. I'm so excited you guys are still doing that. That's just incredible. And my favorite of all time was Elves Stock the Shelves. So it seems like you guys are continuing to make great strides and do these amazing things. And I just want to say that when you serve others, it's incredible the kindness that you bring to yourself. Because when you can serve others with purpose, knowing that you're giving to them, it actually brings back joy in your hearts. And that's what you guys are doing every day. You're shining like stars. So thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies, for being here. You guys did a wonderful job. I really like the Big Buddy, Little Buddy program, too. I think that's wonderful that you guys do that. And you guys have done a great job with your service projects, so it's very commendable. And we are going to miss you, Jody. I've been in your school to visit, and it's a wonderful school. You've done a great job, and you will be tremendously missed. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Can I say one more thing about Mrs. Poff? Because I'm sorry, I'm just going to put you on the thing. We talked about this the other day, how when I first met you, you were up at Back Creek, and Jody turned around. I thought she was a student because she was cute with a little baseball hat. I was like, oh my goodness, she's my age. So our kids have gone through school together, and Jody, honestly, you've got big shoes to fill. You've done a remarkable job at the school, and you're professional, you're smart, you're organized, you're kind, you're courageous, and your integrity is truly unmatched. So I hope you come back to visit, and just know that I'm cheering you on in your next journey. So thank you.
Mr. Chairman, make sure Jody doesn't let Keith retire, though. So,
He's not allowed to.
good, okay, well, I've got to have a place to eat each week, so just make sure, we'll miss you.
Thank you. Thank you. Item 6.01, Report of Student Advisory Council, Mr. Brennan Metz. Welcome, Brennan.
I can also attest to the greatness that was just in the room just now. Being at Cave Spring Elementary School was a tremendous experience coming into this county for the first time. I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, the board, and Dr. Nicely. I stand before you as the final time as the student representative for Roanoke County. I'm filled with gratitude for the unique opportunity I've had to serve this school community. Over the past 6 years, having a role in the SAC has not only been a platform for me to voice the hopes and concerns of my peers, but has also been a significant source of learning. I want to express my heartfelt thanks to each member of the board for your guidance and your patience, along with Dr. Nicely, Ms. McClung, Chuck Leinberger, Ms. Schleicher-Maloney, and basically everyone else in this room. You've all listened intently and you've responded thoughtfully. You have looked into all kinds of different student perspectives, and all of which I've presented, demonstrating a commitment to inclusivity that you all have, which is truly commendable. Your mentorship has been so valuable, and the lessons that I have learned during these sessions will influence my future endeavors. To my fellow students, thank you for entrusting me with your voices. It has been a privilege to convey your ideas and suggestions to this great board, helping to foster an environment where student input is not only heard, but also acted upon. As I pass on this responsibility later on this month, the day before our big and my final leadership conference, I am confident that the tradition of student representation is going to continue to flourish in this county, enhancing the collaborative spirit that defines not only my school, but throughout every single school in Roanoke County. Thank you for the support, the trust, and opportunity to make a difference. Thank you all once again. And do you guys have any questions about your roles for the leadership conference tomorrow? You guys should have gotten the schedule later in the past 2 days or so. Any questions about that? Wonderful. Well, it's going to be a great conference this year. Thank you guys all again. Thank you for a tremendous 6 years. I'll never forget it, and I will be sure to use these experiences onward. Thank you.
Thank you, Brennan.
Thank you.
You did an excellent job. Item 7.01, we do not have anybody for agenda topic here. Hearing of citizens, so consent agenda, item 8.01.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We have no action items, no information. Item 11.01, hearing of citizens for non-agenda topics. During this portion of the meeting, citizens are invited to address the board on matters of public concern and exercise of their First Amendment rights. In interest of time, speakers must either be parents, employees, students, or citizens of Roanoke County. We ask speakers to be respectful and civil in their comments, observing due respect to the dignity and privacy of others who may be affected by public comments. Speakers should be aware that they may be held legally responsible if they make statements that violate the legal rights of others. For example, if statements are made that are defamatory, threatening, complaints about specific school personnel should be addressed outside of this meeting to the appropriate school administration, who will address those concerns as appropriate through existing complaint procedures. Comments likely to disrupt the board's work or prompt a breach of peace are prohibited, and the speaker will be called out of order by the board chair. Speakers must address the board chair rather than individual board members. Speakers have 3 minutes to make their comments and will be signaled by the lights on the podium. When the light turns yellow, please wrap up your comments and finish before the light turns red. Please be aware that board members listen to comments but do not respond. Dr. White.
Thank you, members of the board and Dr. Nicely. I am Dr. White. I use he, him pronouns. I'm here as a physician, as a citizen, and as a parent of a Roanoke County student. Although I promise not to present to you data or read numbers or policy statements today. Instead, I'd like to first thank the board for some of the efforts that you guys have advanced for the betterment of our students, namely the construction of a new CTE campus and some badly needed renovations for campuses across the county. I know it's been many years in the work, and thank you for advancing these efforts. I am still hopeful that this community as a whole can work towards making public schools great again. And it's not just enough to build buildings and repair old ones, but education requires a relationship between teachers and students, and it takes place in that relationship. So we need to focus on listening to the teachers and the staff of Roanoke County to develop policies and work environments that foster retention. Policies like pay scales that are at or above the national average, policies that empower staff in and out of the classrooms, as teachers are the experts in what it takes to connect with and inspire their students to learn. And we need to create policies that fight against the micromanagement of environments in their classroom and allow teachers instead to use their skills and passion for education. We need to protect teachers' ability to air grievances without fear of retaliation, or hear about teachers being offered to resign rather than losing their job. And above many other things, we need to get politics out of public education. And allow me for a second just to read to you from the Oxford Language Dictionary. Politics, noun, the activities associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially the debate or conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. Politics, therefore, is about achieving power. And achieving power over children should never be an acceptable goal, anywhere. Empowering children, however, teachers and staff, should be the only goal of a public school board. And next month will mark 1 year since we had a local realtor stand before you, single-handedly claimed power and convinced you as a board to adopt controversial and discriminatory policies. These policies undermine the integrity of the school board's mission to protect and advance education for all students, and they distract from important topics that need our attention. We need to be spending our time talking about policies that support our students, teachers, and staff, and focusing on how to raise the salaries for the village that raise up our children. I'm asking the board to remove these discriminatory policies, and we know that we can prevent suicide and improve children's mental well-being by building communities of inclusivity and that embrace gender-affirming care. Let us not allow another next Benedict, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White. Item 12.01, report by Roanoke County School Superintendent, Dr. Nicely.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. I want to start by adding my congratulations to the students and staff recognized this evening, including state championship teams from Northside, Glenver, and William Byrd, and our school spotlight from Cave Spring Elementary. We're so proud of all of these folks. We also give special recognition and appreciation to all of our nutrition staff on the upcoming School Lunch Hero Day on March 3rd, and all our amazing teachers during the upcoming Teacher Appreciation Week, May 6th through 10th. Running an organization of this size with over 13,000 students and over 2,000 employees in 27 different schools truly takes an incredible amount of coordination with everyone doing their part to invest in our students' education and lives. Thank you to our teachers, nutrition workers, and all of our staff members who are dedicated and committed to this work of educating students. We could not do without you. Thanks to the hard work and efforts of these teachers, principals, and staff, I'm pleased to announce that Roanoke County Public Schools was recently recognized by 2024 Niche.com rankings as the number 11th best school district in Virginia out of 131 school divisions, and the number 1 best school district west of Charlottesville. I think that's something to be proud of. Thank you to our students, teachers, principals, and staff for the tremendous work they do to implement the vision of excellence of our Sea Change framework, and to the school board for providing the resources to make it all possible. Good luck to the 20 Roanoke County students participating this weekend in the All Virginia Choir and bands at both the middle school and high school level. They'll be performing tomorrow evening and Saturday at the Richmond Convention Center. And speaking of music, Roanoke County Public Schools was once again recognized by the National NAM Foundation as one of the best communities for music education in the United States. 2024 marks the 20th year that RCPS has earned this designation. And we want to thank our Supervisor of Music and Performing Arts, Mr. Rick Elliott, for his leadership, and all of our music teachers for the excellent work they do with our students. By the way, the students at the Center for Performing Arts at Burton Center will present their spring musical Tuck Everlasting next weekend, and they'll do that at the Cave Spring High School auditorium. Shows are going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at 7 o'clock, and then Saturday also there's a matinee at 2 o'clock, and there's tickets sold at the door. And I just want to encourage everyone to check the Music and Performing Arts website for the complete calendar of upcoming performances at all of our schools. There's quite a large number. Congratulations to all of our students participating in various CTE-related state competitions over the last week. That includes FBLA to FCCLA. These programs allow students to showcase their subject-specific skills as well as leadership skills. And of course, speaking of leadership skills, thank you to our Student Advisory Council for once again organizing the Student Leadership Conference held tomorrow here in this building. The conference is developed and led by these student leaders for other student leaders from our middle and high schools. And this year's theme of Citizenship Unites, Leadership Ignites is a great way for our students to think about what it means to lead others to accomplish common goals that unite our school communities. And finally, one thing that unites our school communities is our love and appreciation for the teachers and staff of Roanoke County Public Schools. Last evening, we of course celebrated some of the best among us through the Golden Apple Teacher of the Year program. The record number of nominations this year is a testament to the high quality of our teachers and the appreciation that our colleagues, our students and families who submitted nominations have for our teachers and staff. We want to thank the Roanoke County Public Schools Education Foundation volunteers and business partner Southern Team Auto for jointly sponsoring this program. And so we congratulate Golden Apple Teacher of the Year, Dr. Matt Neal of Hidden Valley High School Red Apple winner Aaron Emmons of Glenver High School, Middle School Red Apple winner Tracy Addison of William Byrd Middle School, Elementary Red Apple winner Rose Biggio of Oak Grove Elementary School, and Green Apple winner Bailey Divers of Cundiff Elementary School. We'll recognize these teachers in person at our next school board meeting. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Nicely. Item 13.0 on reports and inquiries of board members. Mr. Linden, would you go first?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, and I'll be brief. Just wanted to also congratulate Dr. Matt Neal on last night's Golden Apple Award. That is one of my favorite events of the year, and the Education Foundation and Southern Team do a nice job of putting that on. So congratulations to all those finalists, and such a wonderful event that they put on. So, and then Brendan, looking forward to tomorrow's conference. That too is this time of year. There's so many exciting things going on, but that's one of them. That to come in and be able to meet with all the student leaders from our schools and to see the enthusiasm and just the initial leadership skills that are brought forth. You guys do a tremendous job, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's event. So. School Spotlight again did not disappoint tonight. Rachel, Hannah, I know they've already disappeared, but those things are just always so heartwarming and fun to watch. So great job to those young ladies. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Linden. Ms. Clemens?
So as Dr. Nicely and Mr. Linden mentioned, the Golden Apple reception last night was really a nice event. It was so nice to see all of the finalists. Congratulations to all of our nominees and finalists and our Golden Apple winner. It really was a wonderful event. I'm going to spend my time tonight speaking about Back Creek Elementary. The principal there, Virginia Sharp, sent me some images of some things that have gone on in the school this year, and so I'm just going to share those with us, with everyone. For Kindness Week, each student and the staff painted kindness and inspirational rocks. You can see some of the students and staff there painting. Everyone was able to participate. All of the materials were donated by Back Creek families, and there's an image of the final project there where they have a rock garden, so it's really pretty. So that was one of the great things that they did. They also had their wax museum event recently, so fourth graders participate in this. It's so great. So they researched about famous people, and then they dress up like them, and you can see their costumes were pretty amazing. Ben Franklin, Queen Elizabeth, Pocahontas, Stonewall Jackson. And then families are invited to attend, and the students give speeches with the research that they found when they're visited at the Wax Museum. So I think that's just a great event. And then finally, I love this. This is her staff. You can see them on High Five Fridays. So every Friday, they high five students as they're coming through on the car rider line and getting off the bus. I just think it's so cute, and they look so excited. So they high five. It's supposed to be a celebration of making it through the week. And then at the last Friday of each month, administrators go to every classroom for a 60-second dance party, which is like the cutest idea. So I just think it's great that they're doing this and having fun with their students. And I appreciate Principal Sharp for sharing all this information with us so I could share it with you guys tonight. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Clemens. Mr. Greenway?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As previous two colleagues had said, the Golden Apple Awards, that was really cool. It was really well done. It was such a nice evening to recognize our teachers. And I think we had, was it 124 nominated, Chuck? Was that right?
More than 120.
More than 120, okay. So it might have been 123, 125, but it was more than 120. So anyway, it was a lot of teachers that were nominated, and that is really special. And then it came down to the few, and you really know that you're in a select company there where, you had the best of the best. But, I mean, 120, I don't know how you differentiate some of that, but I was proud. Mr. Ray was sitting there with us, and he was giving me a hard time because there were so many from William Byrd Middle School, and that I told him that was home court advantage. So we were proud of that, and we enjoyed it. And Edie was sitting there. She was giving me a hard time about that too. So thank you. But going back to the niche report, I don't think we might even, Chuck, I think we even need to share that with the community. That is, number 11, I looked it up real quick, 11 out of 131 school districts. So that's pretty impressive. I think that needs to be shared, and that needs to be told how well we're doing with our schools. We are proud of these Roanoke County Public Schools, and now we're going to have the CTE center out on Peters Creek. A couple of elementary schools are getting renovated. Then we can move on to some other renovations within the county, and it's a really exciting time to be in Roanoke County Public Schools. Had the pleasure yesterday, and I hope we can bring this to in the fall for our middle school students and our high school students. Trip Ison was here at the high school yesterday, and from 8:30 to about 12:30, I got to see the last presentation. Nancy Hans had Trip, which was a William Byrd graduate, and I shared on my social media. Was an inspirational story of going through high school. He played for the football team. Then he went on to Kent State Division I football program as a long snapper, and his addictions of how he progressed from alcohol to, I think, marijuana to cocaine. And, he had pictures of, even had a picture in the bathroom that he took when he felt like he'd hit rock bottom. And you could see a little bit of the coke in he had took it, and he had gained like 125 pounds. I forget exactly how much, but and he had a little bit of coke left at his nostril. I mean, it's just, I'm telling you, it gave you goosebumps to just hear that story and hear where he's at now. And he accepted Jesus and turned his life around, and just I think it's so inspiring. And our kids were just intently listening to that story, and not cutting up like a lot of times we did as kids. They were just intently listening. So I really like that, and I think it could benefit our community. And like Nancy said, if we could get it to the parents in that respect, I think it's so much more meaningful too. The 21st, Sunday the 21st, we're having our 50-year anniversary at Cundiff. That was 50 years ago. I guess I was in the third. Gosh, I'm old. 50 years ago I was in the third grade, and we started at that school. It was Hardy Road when I went there, and I left East Vinton, so now that's Herman L. Horn and W. Cundiff. But so we're having a celebration. I think it's 2 to 4, but I can't remember. Is it 2 to 4? So hope everyone that attended Cundiff and has been a part of Roanoke County Schools. I saw Deanna Gordon today. She's going to try and stop by. Mr. Stone is getting more feeble, but he's hopefully going to come. He comes to the post office about every day. And then on the 28th, we're going to do a soft opening at Byrd. I think, is it 2 to 4 too on Sunday, the 28th? So, and then that's Dogwood weekend too. So we have a celebration in the community there as well. So I hope everybody can come to those and see the renovations, the renovation for Byrd, and then Cundiff, which will get one. And if you haven't seen that, it's kind of cool to see that school and believe that it's still in operation in the year 2024, as it is an open concept, just like Glen Cove. And then lastly, it's hard to believe we're coming up on the end of the year. We got our honors program later this month as well. And so, it's a culmination. And when we talk about Brennan and he's presenting for his last time. And, I remember seeing you come up through the program and then doing the video sometimes last year. And so it's just cool. And it makes you realize what teachers kind of feel when they lose these kids, because they've been a part of their lives for so many years. So it's really, really neat. And, we're lucky at Roanoke County Public Schools to have the staff that we have, and that put forth the effort they do for these kids. It's amazing. It is definitely a labor of love, and I say all the time, I wish we could pay them like doctors and lawyers, because that's what they deserve. So, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Greenway. Mr. Shawnee?
So first I want to say congratulations to everyone tonight. It was quite a night of awards and recognitions, an impressive group of student athletes and students. Also, thank you to Mrs. Poff and Ms. Strawn. There are three amazing Cave Spring Elementary students who came forth. I think they did a fabulous job. It was a great spotlight about a wonderful school. I'd just like to say thanks, or actually congratulations to Dr. Matt Neal and his son. Is he still in the SAC? Oh my goodness, he's going to be the next Brendan Metz, I have a feeling. He's fantastic. I remember meeting him last year. I just think he was fantastic. So anyway, congratulations to him for his golden apple, and to Rosie Biggio for her red apple. It was an incredible night. I had the opportunity to participate in a few of the profile of a graduate that Dr. Nicely put forth for us at Hidden Valley High School. It was wonderful. Actually, we were there together for a couple of them. It's a pilot program, and you guys will be hearing more about it, but I think it's been very successful, and it sounds like it's something that the niche or whatever that organization probably picked up on that we're doing and sets us apart from everybody else. Of course, to be number one west of Charlottesville is no daunting task. May is Teacher Appreciation Week. I think the school board is donating pizzas to our wonderful teachers. Everybody likes to get fed every now and again. So I think that's great that we're doing that again this year. And I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to our teachers for their unwavering dedication, their tireless efforts. They shape the minds of our young students. And teaching, as Mr. Greenway said, it's undoubtedly a noble task. It's a calling. You don't go into it for the money, but it requires a lot of knowledge and skill and boundless patience, empathy, and passion. So thank you to all our teachers for your hard work. It doesn't go unnoticed. And we are so grateful for the countless individual lives that you touch every day and the impact that you're making in Roanoke County and our community. So thank you again. Good night.
Thank you, Ms. Fashani. Well, I'll start out by reiterating a big congratulations to all of our student athletes and coaches. What they're doing is just absolutely amazing. I feel like that we're bringing in state champions pretty frequently. It's just a great thing to see, and these young men and women are growing up being taught some really good qualities by these coaches, good character and hard work and determination and respect, and to get compliments like you were talking about, Dave, with the bus driver, and just the compliments we get on our young men and women. It's great to hear. I know our coaches are instilling more than just the athletic piece to that. And I'd like to thank Ms. Estrada and the cafeteria staff. They do a great job every day. I'm in and out of our schools, and of course worked in a school for a little while, and personally know some of the cafeteria workers, and they really put their heart in what they do. And it about brought tears to my eyes to see that cute little lady getting her flowers. That was amazing. To spend, what was it, 35 years, something like that? Yeah. It's just amazing. Pure dedication, and we're gonna miss her, I'm sure, over at Bird there. A lot of times we do ceremonial things, the resolution of appreciation earlier, and sometimes I feel like, it doesn't really truly speak to the appreciation that we have for our teachers. And I'm proud of this board because over the last 3 years, we have fought really hard, for pay raises, and we realize that our teachers are not up to where they need to be in the pay scales across our neighbors. And, being a public servant, I realize what it's like to try to raise a family on that salary. I spent the first 15 years of my life in public service, in the trenches is what we would call it. And I know how hard it is. So we push every day with Dr. Nicely trying to figure out ways to create more benefits and opportunities for our teachers. And we've definitely increased our salaries. We have a long way to go. We know that. And we're going to continue to push for that and for benefits. And last month, we were able to get where our staff can now send their children to Roanoke County schools tuition free. That never made sense to me, that if you work for us that you can't bring your kids here, that we would charge you. So we got that taken care of. We're also working towards possibly doing a match for their optional 401 retirement plans that we offer. We're going to continue to fight for our teachers, and we always want to be able to recruit and retain because we have a great staff. There's a reason why we're 11 out of 131, and it's not because of the 5 people sitting up here. It's because of our staff. So a great appreciation to them. I plan to visit the schools during that week and maybe bring some pizzas or donuts or something. That's probably not heart healthy like we were talking about earlier, but everybody likes some pizzas and donuts. I'm definitely going to come out and show some appreciation to our staff. I really appreciate them. And Chuck, thank you for the great presentation yesterday. Congratulations to our gold and green and red Apple Award winners and also the nominees. That's a great organization with the Roanoke County Education Foundation there. Enjoyed last night. And I'm going to finish up by saying one thing, just kind of pointing some facts out here, and I'm not doing it from a political standpoint. I'm not trying to fire shots at anybody, but we were told that Roanoke County is going to lower their real estate tax, I believe, 2 cents per thousand. And a large portion of our budget is by county projected revenues. So obviously that's going to hit our budget hard to the tune of $840,663. So I just want the public to know that, we're going to have to go back to the table here once we get the budget from the state, and we're going to work hard to try to figure out how to make that up. And we're going to have to batten down the hatches like everybody else and really be particular about where we place our money to make sure that what we're doing is benefiting all of our children and going towards the best education possible. I appreciate everybody being here tonight, and meeting adjourned.